We'll talk about a fee for all, as if those extra charges by airlines for bags and upgrades weren't enough. Now the government wants to get in on the action by tacking a tax on top of those fees. Airline tickets already get hit with taxes, but apparently that's not enough for our greedy tax man. Steve, you say enough already, right?
Absolutely, David. There used to be a restaurant across our office that had the motto, too much is never enough. When it comes to taxes, that's the motto of the federal government. And they're not using this money for upgrading air traffic control systems and the like. It's just feed their spending binge. So enough is enough. This idea deserves to crash.
Bill, enough already. We pay too much taxes as it is.
We do pay too much taxes, but Steve, this one's going to make your life easier because with a uniform tax on all airline services, the airlines would have the sense to go back to having high ticket prices and free checked bags. And then we wouldn't have this half-hour agony at the gate while people try to stuff steamer trunks into the overhead compartments.
Yeah, okay, maybe. But, Emac, the fact is we're already paying a fee. Should we pay a tax on top of that fee?
By the way, was Bill talking about uniform taxes? He's talking about taxing stewardess uniforms, too, as well as the blankets and the movie headphones.
And trips to the bathroom.
And the trips to the bathroom.
That's
and
a
listen,
problem.
talk about fly the unfriendly skies. It's already like you have to get ready for a small military battle to do, to go on an airline flight. Listen, Steve is right. Both the GAO and Congress are already blasting the transportation administration for padded budgets, for waste, for abuse. I'm saying stop raising taxes until you put your own house in order. What do we get in return for? We get long lines and, delays, too.
Rick Unger, you're always railing against greed. Isn't this greed on the part of the government, just wanting to tax one more thing?
Well, I don't understand why they wouldn't, frankly. There's no fees that I can charge where I get special dispensation and the government doesn't tax me on these fees. The airlines are making all their money. They admit it on these extra charges now. Why wouldn't they be taxed on it? I don't
John
even see the
Tammy,
argument.
you go through any of your bills, whether it's a phone bill or the bill for your airline ticket, you see all these little taxes here and there and every. I mean, enough, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. The federal government does not have a problem of revenues. What it has a problem of is doing too much. And if we give the federal government more revenues, it will grow more and more and suffocate the economy more and more. Let's cut the taxes. Let's not raise more burdens on the American people.
You know what this money is going toward, too? Basically transportation government workers doing union work full time. We've got a lot of that going on throughout the government, also with the people who oversee our airports.
And Steve, once you tack a tax on, even if they pull the fees off, I bet the tax somehow remains.
Taxes always remain. And in terms of profits for the airlines, this is an industry that rarely makes a profit, so you almost have to put it in a museum. It's so rare.
All right, Mr. Defend the Tax, go ahead, Rick Unger, final word.
I'm kind of with Bill on this. You want to solve the problem, get rid of these charges on baggage fees. I couldn't agree more. And if it's going to stop people from buying tickets, good.
We've heard this one before.
The problem is, yeah, exactly, John, and you never get rid of the taxes. They always stay forever. Coming up, the